Starting with the greatest name of Almighty Allah, who is the most merciful, gracious, beneficial, and the creator of whole universe. Assalamu alaikum, namaste guys. Today we are going to discuss a new topic in torts, law of tort, and that is sixth number classification of tort. And in classification of tort, further there are the categories, but in this lecture we'll discuss the trespass to body. So classification of tort, which is categorized in personal wrong or trespass to body. The trespass to body is further divided in different kinds. For example, assault, battery, and false imprisonment. But in this lecture we will just discuss the assault, and the later lectures inshallah in the future coming lectures we will discuss the rest of the topics of trespass to body. And the categories also, the trespass to property, and there is also another one. Assault means threat. Assault is simply a stage or level to battery. What's battery we will discuss in the coming lecture inshallah. Assault is a tort that is said to have occurred when the defendant commits an act which causes a reasonable apprehension. Apprehension simply means the fear of future harm. For example, there is a man in front of me pointing or targeting a gun at me. He is shouting at me that I am gonna hit you, I am gonna shot you dead. Although he is not killing me, he's just doing coercion, he's just influencing me, he's just threatening me. So that threat is assault. But when he shot me dead, when he attacked me, when he comes in a physical contact with me, so that's called battery. In battery there is the commitment of an act, commission of an act, apprehension of the tort of battery in the mind of the plaintiff. No commission of wrongful act. In assault there is just threat, no commission of a wrongful act. But in battery there is commission of wrongful act. We will further discuss in detail the battery inshallah. Lies both in civil and criminal wrongs. This assault lies both in civil and criminal wrongs. In assault there is no physical contact. There is just the threat, influence, negative influence, or simply undue influence. It is an assault where a person threatens to shoot another while pointing a gun, even where the victim later learns that the gun was not loaded or even real. The victim simply knows in future or later that the person who was targeting at me was pointing at me his gun, that gun was not loaded, there was no even a single bullet in that gun. Although that is what we can say assault, because that person was committing assault by targeting or pointing or doing a threat against the victim. Moreover, pointing a gun without an accompanying verbal threat is still an assault, assuming the victim saw the gun. For example, if a robber comes in a bank and targets or points his gun at manager, he is not saying anything else, although that person is committing assault because he is threatening to manager to do something. Element of assault. Assault is an intentional threat. Intentionally we do threat. Apprehension in a victim means the fear in victim that harmful or offensive contact would occur in future. In assault, unwelcomed injury. There is unwelcomed injury. Unwelcome injury means when I have no consent of taking risk or any injury. Unwelcome injury here simply means, for example, there are also the welcome injuries. Welcomed injury. For example, if I go in a pub or at anywhere else for playing a game, there I welcome the injuries. I say that whatever happens with me during playing the game, I will bear that. I will be responsible for all the injuries and wounds gotten from that game. So those are the welcomed injuries. But here in the assault there is unwelcomed injury. Though there is no any injury, injury will be in the future in the form of battery. Assault is simply a threat. Exceptions where remedies can't be claimed. The exceptions where remedies can't be claimed. Assault done by parents. In a situation, for example, parents sometimes also slap their children. So that slapping is not an assault. That's an exception to this case. Assault done in defense. For example, if a person has come to kill me and I do threat that I will shoot you. So that's not assault, that is simply a defense. So assault done in defense is an exception to the case means assault. So guys, thank you. Here the topic ends. In the coming lecture, inshallah, we will discuss the battery, the second type of trespass to body. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment. Do subscribe. Thank you. Khuda Hafiz. Stay tuned.